natural disaster, all right?
What's really happening is that you're hiding something out there.
They said, Legendary Pictures have called and they want to offer you to direct Godzilla. And then it was silent, and they were silent, I was silent, and they were like, oh, do you like Godzilla? And I was just like, and I happened to have, I bought it earlier, and I happened to have the original 1954, the first Godzilla movie, out on my desk. And I was like, I am looking at it right now. There's a version of Godzilla I really wanted to see, and there's a version I wasn't so keen to see. And I really wanted to take it seriously and make something like as powerful as we could. And it took about probably a year and a half to land on the right story. It was about over nearly 3.5 years ago that that call came in.
So, run!
How did you decide on things like his color, for instance, or his texture?
We spent months and months and months, and we did over 100 different designs, and went to workshop in New Zealand, helped design him. This is kind of, this takes a, this is sort of a emotionally true, but probably not technically true in terms of scale, but what we did is, we had a model of the cities that he was going to be in the film, and it was pretty clear that there was a particular height that was perfect, which was around about 350 feet, and which makes him the tallest Godzilla there's ever been, by like a few feet, I think. And so, but the reason being that you want him tall enough so that you can see him from ground level. You know, you want to be able to see him wherever you are a little bit, but you want him small enough that he can also hide, so that during, because the most fun I like to have with him in the film is when you know he's coming, but you can't quite see him.
I know many of you have family and loved ones still in the city, and that you want to help them. Well, this is your chance.
You want to stay true to history, but you also want to add something new, right? So, what kinds of things did you want to maybe keep from its vast cinematic history?
We had a lot of freedom, but Toho, who are partners on making the film, who did the original Japanese movies, they had a list, and their list was like 5 things. Like, this is what Godzilla has to be, and we had a list of like 20 things. The skin, like, he's obviously, there's a reptilian kind of look about his skin, but he's actually a mixture of different animals, because we've evolved, I think, to have an instinctive reaction to different animals. Like, some animals we want to go up and get cute, and some animals we want to run away from. You basically experiment with those shapes until you have the right reaction, and there's a bit of dog in there and a bit of bear in the face, but really I think that there's also a bit of like a bird of prey, like an eagle.
You have no idea what's coming, and it is going to send us back to the Stone Age.
Is there a song by Puff Daddy?
I would make jokes about this sort of thing, but people online like copy and paste, and it sounds like you're being serious. There's a fun song in the movie at one point that gets a big laugh, but it's not Puff Daddy.